In this video, we will see how to post a customer invoice, which is not a sales order based invoice and which is posted directly in FI. And the T codes which are used are FB70 or F-22. So we will first use T code FB70. So there are two ways through which we can access the T code. One, directly entering the T code in the command bar, or second, going through the detailed path. So we are at the SAP Easy Access screen. Go to the folder accounting, then financial accounting, accounts receivable, document entry, and you see two T codes here, FB70 and F-22. So any of these T codes can be used for posting the customer invoice. FB70 is called the enjoy transaction, whereas F-22 is called the raw transaction. So we will first use FB70. Check for the company code that you are using the company code, the correct company code. Enter the customer name. If you remember the customer name, then you can directly enter it here. Otherwise, go to the drop down, search for the customer name, and this is called the match box. So here there are different tabs depending on what information that you have to search for the customer. You can click on the tab. I have the company name available with me, which I can use to find out the customer number. So I have entered the company code here, then click on the customer field, enter, and the list of all the customers will display. Double click on the customer that you want to create the invoice for. Now invoice date, the amount, text, a GL account. So the accounting impact of this invoice would be that customer account that we are entering here would be debited, because this will work as a receivable account or debtors account. And the account that we enter here, that will be credited. So we have to enter an account which would be mainly on the the credit side of the income statement. So we can have, I have one account which says sales revenue. This account should be credited. I can enter the information that I have. Cost center, to which I want to post this revenue. Tax code. So this is a sales invoice, so an output tax would be applicable on it. You can see calculate tax. Then you would see a tax calculation here. If you have any other information that you want to fill in, if you want to change the payment terms, you can change it here. If you want to have a cash discount net amount, then you can enter that amount directly here or directly here. And if you want to enter a base amount on which cash discount would be calculated, which would be given in the payment terms, then that information also you can fill. But currently we are not filling any cash discount information because the payment term that we are choosing is due immediately. So for the invoices which are due immediately, there is no provision of cash discounts. Now you can simulate Simulate means it will give you a preview of the entry which will be posted out of the Tcode FB70. So the entry that will be posted would be customer account debit. So Medley customer 25,000 will be debited and the sales revenue will be credited, and a tax portion out of the total invoice amount will also be credited, because this is the output tax and this will be paid to the tax authority. That is why it is created as a liability. Now, if you are happy with the entry, then go ahead and post the entry. So that's how we post an invoice using Tcode FB70. You can also use the Tcode F-22. You can enter a document header text. So company code and the currency are the default information. Scroll down. And here, instead of having all the line items at one screen, you will have items one by one in separate screens. So at the first screen where you enter the header information, you enter the first line item. So first line item is debit the customer. So 01 is the debit and for 01 is the posting key for debiting the customer. Select the customer account. Press enter. Enter the amount that you want to create the invoice for. Enter a tax code. Calculate tax. Enter a text. Now this information is related to the first line, which is the customer account. Now in the next line, you would fill the information related to the GL account, which will be credited. So we know the credit key for GL posting is 50. Enter a GL account. So if you know the GL account, you can fill in here. If you don't know, so there is this drop down. Go to the drop down, and again you will have the different tabs for the match codes. So depending upon on what basis you want to narrow down the search, you can choose that tab. So here also I want to narrow down my GL account search based on the company code. So company code is pre-filled here based on the default entry. Now go to the GL account, enter here, look for, so here is this option of you can put it in. So when this list is displayed, you can set it into ascending or descending order. So you click it once, it would be in descending order. You click it again, it would be descending order. So look for the sales revenue account, which is sales revenue FI 3000 account. Double click this and then enter. And if you want to copy the same amount from the previous screen, then you say one asterisk sign. And then if you also want to copy the description, then you say plus sign in the text form. And then which cost center you want to take this entry to, select the cost center and then press enter. Now if you think that you want to post only one debit and one credit, then it's fine. go to document, simulate, look at the entry which is being posted here. Now you would see why two text entries, because this time we had selected a different text codes, which was text text CGST and text SGST. So that is why text has been divided into two different accounts. If you are happy with this simulation or the preview of the entry, go ahead. You have two options, either from the top menu bar, you go to document, post, or you post the entry by pressing the save button, and you see that another document, which is the invoice number 599009, was posted in company code PX1. In the next video, I will show you how to use the report FBL5N to view the details of all the invoices against different customers. Thank you so much.